Queen's 8, Cervantes A like 9 times in a row, I think.
It's
been a while.
I remember that
all the time. Yeah,
that was hilarious. Yeah, you and I were in that call when Icy was like, "Yeah, I kept trying to do the 6-6 AA and it just like wasn't working over and over again." And you and I just like had a moment and we were like, "Yeah, Icy, it doesn't work there. Try something else." I don't know what to tell you.
Did it work the first 9 times? Yeah, it wouldn't work the 10th, but I don't know, man. Yeah.
6K, that's interesting.
A little bit hard to whip punish that.
Right, that's true.
You really can't create with the L launch. You have to like A8 or something. A little bit of teleport shenanigans.
Yeah, gigantic stage for the first time. Both characters are pretty... Okay, well, that's going to do the first round. But both characters pretty strong in the mid-range, in my opinion. I'm curious to see, like... They both also have incredibly large damage, though overall I would probably say that Servi's is a little bit higher.
Yeah, definitely. One thing Girl does have in this matchup, though, is Servi's high damage moves are all verticals, right? So if Girl steps that, he can actually keep up in damage with 2-2B.
Ooh, 2A plus B, huh?
Yeah.
In the middle of pressure, just for the tech crouch, I guess.
Often.
Yeah.
Wonder if we'll see a soul charge back. I mean, maybe not with this much. Oh, yeah, I can't.
I don't know so much. Yeah, that's tough. Grow's CE is incredibly damaging, but it's slow enough to where it's quite difficult to pull off. It's not like a Tira CE that goes like the full screen or whatever.
It's not a projectile. Yeah, like some other I-16Cs. Oh, they're gonna get the lethal hit. It's gonna be a lot of damage into the force block. Okay, doesn't like to go for it. Oh, get to 3B.
Ooh, nice force block as well.
I like how Cervantes 3B did more than the lethal hit combo.
Yeah. Good,
there it is, the backstep catcher we were talking about, and that's definitely going to be blocked.
Okay, I really feel like OlcadansWrath needs to calm down on the whole trying to, like, whiff punish with CE. I don't know. I don't get the impression that Grow CE is really great at that. It's not fast, and it's not that long, so it doesn't really have any of the indicators that you need for something like a wake-up CE for, like, a whiff punish, especially on beats like K from Servi. That recovers pretty quickly.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see him replace the CEs with maybe like Black Gambit or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
Lightning Slash maybe.
Yeah,
that's
Lightning
slower,
Slash,
but,
exactly. Yeah. Still a decent chunk of damage, but not quite as unsafe.
Oh, he was almost dead. If Exander ran up and did a back grab, that was literally it.
If that wall swatted, with the Veggie BK, round is pretty much over.
Didn't really get a lot of mileage out of Grow's Soul Charge. That's kind of a big deal. I definitely think this character is want of that kind of thing for explosive damage off of the Soul Charge, and he's not really getting as much as I think he had hoped. I would say relatively solid first game for Exander. I'm curious to see how OlcadansWrath... honestly, if he just changes the CE kind of stuff, I think he'll be relatively fine.
Yeah, I think it was close until he wasted bar and got the CE blocked, right? That's like a really big momentum shift. Because not
2
only
bars
from
Grow.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's 2 soul charges you can do. And you're probably losing the round because your CE is minus 16 on block, right? So. Okay.
Xander trying to keep it safe and slow. We're going with A plus Bs now. Technically reactable to some people, not me, but...
Yeah, you can definitely react. Sidestep them if you're looking for it. Especially in set play situations. It's a lot easier to do it there, yeah. Okay. A little bit of tracking on that 3V.
Yeah. I wonder if he was trying to do some other... Exander was trying to do some other kind of move afterwards, and it just wasn't working out. That's going to do it. He's been blocking a lot of these A plus Bs, and you can tell the guard gauge is really telling the tale of those things on block.
Yeah, 4-4A, minus 2 on block, I believe.
Just throwing lethal hit moves over and over again. 4-4K slide A, ooh.
A little bit tricky, because you actually can't whip punish that move. You have to block low afterwards, because the second hit comes out so quickly. Right?
Nice duck.
It's nice, exactly.
Yeah,
you can actually deal with that on whip. You step duck, which he knows.
Which is a pretty big deal for Cervantes. Wall rising punishment, probably one of the best in the game.
Yeah, I mean, his wall rising A and wall rising B both lead to significant damage and a knockdown. And speaking of knockdowns, there's one here. Yep, that's minus 12, not minus 14. So it's punish GI.
This is a pretty big deal. Yeah, he's just going to take the break, which I respect, because he doesn't get a huge amount of damage here. Is he going to spend... Okay.
I would like to see a soul attack, yep. And in case you guys didn't know, Grow soul attack for some reason.
Oh, yeah, we didn't... We didn't... Yeah. Oh, man, that's a huge amount... So, two things. For one, we didn't talk about Grow soul attack, which is honestly one of the best in the game. And for two, it really kind of sucks that OlcadansWrath didn't get that round, because that was pretty expensive, that he spent a lot of those resources. Looked like he had a pretty good chance at winning that round and making the comeback, and it just didn't pan out.
Yeah, you always hate to see, you get the guard break, you spend a bar meter and you just end up losing. Like, there's a lot of momentum up. Oh, just launches it.
Yeah, it's very, very confident 3B there. Oh no, that's not dead yet. He's not going to get that wall bounce.
Quite going to be a wall slant, yep.
Ooh, challenges with these A-slide Bs. Shades of SE5.
My favorite ever Cervantes move.
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna get the whip punish on the 440 plus speed. Okay, nice step, and it's gonna be a lethal hit.
Does he get it? Does he get it? No, he doesn't. It was still really cool, though.
Still like 7,000 damage.
Yeah. It's like Half-Life all 2 hits. Dude, OlcadansWrath is really not getting anywhere with this soul charge. It's a pretty big deal at this point. There it is.
There you go. The explosiveness Grow is known for.
He's got another bar if he wants to use it. Okay.
Okay. Let's go for it. Gets the heal.
Is Exander gonna use the bar on top? Okay.
Oh, okay, there it is! What's actually real now?
It's bound to happen at some point. Oh, but now you're gonna have to deal with all the chip damage that this can do. Yeah, you're gonna have to block so many things. Ooh, yeah, I forgot about the 3A plus B. There's so many good tools. We talked about Grow for what felt like 35 minutes, and we still didn't get to like half of the new things that he got since season 1.
Yeah, we haven't talked about 1A slide B and 3A plus B.
Yeah, 1A slide B. They made Grow's online low 1A legitimate.
Yeah.
An interesting choice.
Yeah, that's so important too, because one of Grow's weaknesses before was he didn't have any counterplay to right side rolls, right? Which made his OP like kind of bad if you knew to roll every time he knocked you down, right? But 1A being real now means you can shut that down, right?
Yeah.
So not only is your soul charge significantly better, you're not in soul charge, your OP is way better than it was before, right? So that 1A slide B was so significant.
Absolutely. I'm curious to see if we end up seeing it. We're probably not going to see it now. Xander has a bar. He could... Okay, there's the thing that OlcadansWrath was hoping to have. But pretty good. About as long of a CE as possible. Who has the longest CE in terms of range?
I want to say... Oh, in terms of range?
Yeah. Wrath?
I'm assuming Aswell Soul Charge CE doesn't count, right? So it'll probably be Wrath or Maxi. Yeah. Maxie's.
Oh, Maxie's, yeah. Maxie's is pretty long. Siegfried's is pretty long. Wrath, Servi, yeah. Yeah, I'm not including a Soul Charge CE.
Yeah, Sung Mina, I believe, actually. Has
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, technically Yoshi's is the longest. I don't know if that counts, though.
Yeah, Yoshi and Aswell don't count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, ended up getting the Quake stun. B2 not actually fully connecting. But Exander overall... Yeah, he's moving and grooving here. OlcadansWrath is keeping up. It's just that he's not able to actually clinch out some of these rounds. I feel like Exander is doing what I would technically call the Rakudo, where it's just like he's starving OlcadansWrath of resources until eventually, even if they get to the last round, he can just overwhelm him with chip damage from his own soul charges, and OlcadansWrath can't keep up.
Yeah. Challenging that 6A hold every time.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a little bit more 6AA from Wolfenstein.
Yeah, honestly.
Work out for him. Yeah.
Still plenty of resources that OlcadansWrath has at his disposal that he hasn't... He was spending, like, the first game, I feel like, knowledge checking a lot. But, he hasn't really... He hasn't done the entire gambit of everything that Grow has at his disposal.
We're talking about Servi's wall rising game, and you see it in this round, wall rising game to wall rising game. Okay, get the plus frames, and wall rising case so good for closing out rounds. Like, it's effectively a force block, right? It's like a mid-horizontal deck crouch, right? You can't move out of it, and you can't mash out of it.
Overall, just really sucks putting characters like Cervantes in a situation where you force them into crouch. You know, where you have such low life, because the options that you provide to him are just very, very powerful. Exander totally willing, frankly, to probably just, like, let this entire Soul Charge die just to take off what little bit of OlcadansWrath Soul Charge was still available. So that's going to give him the round, but he still has a mile of work to do and with no meter at his disposal.
Both jumping over each other, leading to nothing. Okay, 4BK, not a move you see very often.
Yeah, he's throwing out all kinds of trash out.
4BB, yeah.
Nice punish. Oof. Oh my god, that's it.
You have to respect this. Yeah, those are force blocks, like.
Ugh, this is starting to look like a pretty big distance now. 3-0, still plenty of time. But there's definitely a change needs to occur at this point. I feel like as the matches have gone on, they've gotten less and less close.
Yeah, and OlcadansWrath realizes this, and I believe he's going to switch characters here. Maybe he's looking for a state change. We'll see.
What kind of stage would he want as Grow? That's tough.
Definitely one with ring outs, I think, over walls. I mean, Grow's wall game now is like respectable, but it's not Servy. It's not Servy wall game, right? So probably want something with a little bit of ring outs. Maybe
he wants something that's
walls.
a little bit smaller too. You certainly can't get bigger than the stage we were on just then.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. Gonna go to Wrath? I believe I've never seen him play Wrath before, so this is new to me.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen him play Setsuka, I've seen him play Zos, I've seen him play...
I wouldn't put it past
three other characters, yeah.
Setsuka? Okay. I'm not going to be convinced until he actually chooses the character, though, because I know there are people who just dance around and then they figure it out later. Okay, so Setsuka looks to be the pick. Interesting choice. Is there a Setsuka in Maryland? I don't believe there is. Superfly Drew. There it is.
Superfly, yep.
Alright, again, pretty neutral stage.
Nice side set.
Yeah. Exander making use out of that 2B.
Not a move you see used very often. It definitely wasn't good before, but it's at least a respectable move now. Oh, nice one, 1A.
Yeah.
The combo.
Yeah, committing to some of these verts. Maybe OlcadansWrath isn't fully prepared for the step duck meta. Oh, interesting.
Okay. There's the step duck we were talking about, getting that Waters and K with punish.
Xander having a tough time dealing with these lows, but he's still keeping up. I mean, he's not even keeping up. He's just triumphing in damage.
Away with it.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna need a little bit of a warm-up for Okadans Setsuka. He still has time.
Nice patience from Exander so far.
Yep.
Yeah. Realizes he has a massive life lead, then there's no reason for him to play into Setsuka 6-6B, right? He can just chill and block. Look for a poke after blocking something.
Yeah, just in these small exchanges, OlcadansWrath is losing so much health. One of I think the hardest things for Setsuka to handle is being able to contain. She's one of the worst characters in the game at just overall containment. But that being said, she has the longest range 2-way in the roster, so I feel like a ton of little tiny pokes is definitely going to be the way to go. If you're just going back and forth with haymakers with Cervantes, I don't think you're going to be able to pull it off.
Yeah, exactly. Like a Setsuka, if your opponent is challenging you with step ducks a lot, you really have to slow it down, right?
Yeah.
It's just not worth it to try to pressure them, especially when it's a character like Cervantes, where if he sidesteps one move, like you're losing that like 90 points.
You're losing the whole thing. So,
yeah.
Ooh, the step duck again.
Yeah, that's so annoying. See, that's what a lot of people do versus Setsuka, or people that could contain is they'll step a lot, right?
Yeah.
And like you'll get angry, you'll be like, all right, I'm gonna start doing step killers, and then like you realize all your step killers are high, right?
Yeah.
Your opponent starts ducking you like Exander just did. So
yeah, really, I feel like you're just gonna have to be okay with run up and block a lot, and you're gonna have to be okay with the fact that, again, I feel like we haven't really seen OlcadansWrath use 2A like at all to try and deal with some of these situations. And without the 2A, I really don't know how you can, because you're gonna have to be right a lot against Cervantes, against how Exander is playing, just to keep him at bay. And it's just not coming to fruition. It's just not happening.
Yeah, definitely, like you said, a tool he's going to want to use a lot is just run up block. And speaking of containment, he picks like one of the best characters in the game for that, so Doesn't have to worry about that as much anymore. You can just 3A his troubles away.
But that being said, I've heard from Ender's J, and when I played Cervantes, I kind of agreed with this. Cervantes kind of crushes Zas.
Yes.
A real tough time, like, being able to keep up, because 2A plus B can force any of that pseudo-fake pressure that Zas has and just totally destroy it. So, scary stuff.
So there's two reasons for that, why Cervantes does super well into Zosima. One, like you pointed out, is 2A plus B just obliterates Zosima, right? It beats like almost his entire move list. Like every move he wants to use.
Oh no, that's a ring out.
2A plus B, that's a ring out. So I was getting ring out. It's kind of ironic. Yeah. But yeah, reason number two is because there's like some frame traps that Zosima can do. Like AA, for example, into 3A. It's like it's a force block versus some characters, right? You can't sidestep out of it and you can't backstep out of it. However, Servy's backstep is so good, he can actually backstep out of Zos's 3A, whereas a lot of other characters can't. So
we're actually seeing a little bit of stuff going on, but again, it's just the fact that like OlcadansWrath is having such a hard time keeping up in the damage, where it just feels like Exander can play the law of averages and just be right once for every 3 or 4 times that OlcadansWrath is correct, and still be able to win out on the damage. See, situations like this are just kind of super duper killing you.
Yeah.
Has a curse. One curse. Okay.
Yeah, wants to go for the critical edge. He's gonna be a +8 here.
Yep. Has to deal with this bar, though. He's dead to a CE. That was risky as all get out, but it ended up working out. Doesn't... okay, I guess he was catching the side stuff there.
Time, yeah, maybe he tried to, like, whiff punish it or something. Okay, gets the back throw. Immaculate throw range on Cervantes. It's one of my favorite things when I play him.
Nice.
Goes for the optimal, yeah. That is a thing against big characters.
Oof, catching the sidestep with that, too.
Get some of the KK.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah, this is gonna be... That was such a tough situation.
You see that? Like, after AA, like, usually Zosimos can contain you, right? But not against Servy. You can just backstep out all your moves.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what OlcadansWrath needs to do in this situation. I just don't really know. Going with -14 things is not exactly the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Both just throwing out moves right now. Okay.
I like the soul charge, okay.
Also, at the same time, though, this is kind of what Exander wants, and then he can just back up to the to the screen.
It's one of the most annoying things to deal with is when you soul charge and Cervantes starts like going on the wall, because it's really not worth it to like try to pressure him, but at the same time you want to use your soul charge, right? So, okay, going for the back turn mixes.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I wonder what happened there. Just gonna lay on the ground for the rest of the game.
Not familiar how to deal with A6B on whiff.
Oh no! Why would you take such a huge bet? No! Dude, OlcadansWrath needs to stay patient. He can't. No! Jesus Christ. Dude, OlcadansWrath going out of his way to lose this game!
That's not gonna work! Okay.
Because of the animation of the K2, it doesn't end up panning out. But still, I think that's a huge indicator to Exander that as long as he just stays... I mean, yeah, it was a little bit of jankiness and it's unfortunate that he ended up losing that round, but that was a completely won round by OlcadansWrath, and Exander provided him just a handful of opportunities, and he went with unsafe thing after unsafe thing. Very scary stuff.
Okay, he's gonna get the back throw. Let's see if he can get something started here. It's gonna be a lot of damage, maybe like 70 damage.
Really kind of wish these 2-2 AAs weren't actually a thing.
Yeah, this is Parsec. We block those. It's gonna be a lot of damage.
What a cancel somehow!
Yeah.
Now the meter advantage, frankly, doesn't really matter because Exander has such low life. He's dead to his CE. He's not even gonna need a CE. Just the threat of the CE might do it. Don't be unsafe, dude.
Soul charge back. Okay, thank you. No reason to try to risk a CE.
Yeah, he's dead to a mix.
Yeah.
Don't force it. Okay, he kind of forced it there, but it ended up working out. Alright, so it looks like we're sticking with Zas. Are we sticking with the same stage? It's about as neutral of a stage as you can get.
It's always so scary to reroll stages against Arsenal, right? Because you're like, okay, I lost the game. I kind of don't want to reroll a stage and get like a desert stage or
Right,
something, get
yeah.
run out, right?
Yeah, this is, I think this is totally fair. You still have the walls if you want to, like, do wall stuff. Technically speaking, the only ring out came from Servi, so, you know. Oh man, he's got to stop dealing with these strings. Yeah, Exander can do it, I can't.
I kind of would like to see more 6AB, right?
Yeah.
Conditioned him to block 6A every time, so I feel like now is the good opportunity to start tagging him with 6ABs.
Yeah, you still have plenty of time in this set, so like, you know, it's definitely something that that I think you can start trying to use a little bit more. Yeah, playing it slower.
There's a containment. Yep.
Yeah, playing it slower, going with, you know, aim small, miss small. Just going with, like, small things so that you don't necessarily have... Yeah, just AA. I kind of wish that the AAs were actually curses instead, but, you know, maybe we don't feel fully confident about it. Alright. You can spend the bar back. Well, probably best not to duck into that.
That is not... it is, in fact, the mid...
I'm sure Exander is actually kind of okay with the situation being the way it is. He's still going to have a little bit of soul charge. He's still going to be winning in life.
Yeah, he's still technically and
what happened?
I don't know.
Was he
just ducked? Yeah, I got to get back up for the slow mid.
I think he was like trying to sidestep, and it just turned into a duck instead.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah, it does happen.
Because I think it looked like he was just ducking and not guarding, and so I think he just got like stuck in a crouch.
Yeah, it especially happens on Wake Up, right?
Yeah.
That's
another ring out. The only ring outs are coming from Servi here.
Ironic.
Yeah.
All the ring outs are coming from Cervantes so far. Yeah. That's awesome.
OlcadansWrath, I think, is getting a little bit too narrow-minded with his pressure. The second he gets a knockdown, it's like, okay, here's my time to shine. And just like Exander's like, well, if I just like, you know, happen to do like this other thing, and try to mix up the timings that I have on my Wake Up, then you're still gonna fall apart. That's it.
Another ring out from Cervantes.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Like you said, I would like to see more 3A from Olcadans. I mean, Exander is moving a lot. He's especially like with the step duck, right? It's awesome if 3A just completely shuts that down. Like, you're just not allowed to move at all versus that move.
Right. So. Yeah, good punish on the BD.
Right there, yeah.
Ew.
Well, a little bit late that time.
Yeah,
that was the optimal punish, yeah.
Wow, that 3B caught on the other side. Boy, howdy. Okay, here we go.
Oh, gonna get the lethal hit. Probably like one of the best lethal hits in round 1 in the game.
Yeah.
It's like literally every time you use that move. Okay, nice throw.
Yeah,
get
practically... Oh, interesting. K-slide A to like reduce the distance, and a good punish there. Sets it up. I kind of wish we were seeing a little bit more of just like not doing the full string, like you know, for instance, what we just saw there. You know, doing things like 6B plus K. What is that thing? The 6/6 K slide B, like the 2-hitter. There's a handful of those kinds of things that Zas has. That stole the CE.
Right, they can always do just like 3A instead of 3AK or 3B. You can do just like solo 6A, you can do solo 6B plus K and start like throwing your things afterwards, right? Because you're trying to like sidestep or duck or do whatever to try to deal with the strings, right? 2A to catch a sidestep.
This is a very important round. Don't get hit by the CE. I doubt Exander wants to try and use a soul charge. Okay, there it is. There's what we were talking about. All right, I hope
he heard you.
Yeah, I hope he's not listening too heavily, attentively to the commentary. I always hate it when it ends up. I feel like I might be influencing the match as it goes along, which isn't necessarily my my objective here. Nice sidestep. Yeah.
Excellent duck.
Was that what he wanted? Okay, well, he ends up getting chewed up here.
Yeah.
2 bars to 1, off the wall. Yeah, see, I like the little tiny 2As. Unfortunately, you're wrong on like the counter hit timing, but I feel like that's just like an unfortunate thing you're just gonna have to eat. Wow, just run up A side B, huh? I mean, you have the life to take that kind of a bet, so I guess that makes sense.
He's been doing that a lot, and I think it's hit every time, right? Like,
yeah, I think so.
His opponent has about 40 health left. Yeah, Exander seems like he's a big fan of just like run up A slide B.
Yeah. I guess he wants to challenge somebody's ability to punish it, and he is not impressed by Olcadan's ability to punish it. In which case, I mean, hey, just treat it like SC5, right?
Yeah. Or literally no one could punish it. Oh, very nice auto
That was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, dude. You can't get hit by that.
Well, goes for the force block.
Oh, wow.
Excellent 2A to get out of the A6. Oh, no.
Yeah, see, the no punish.
We were talking about, yeah, gotta
killer.
punish that. Very important. Yeah, it's minus 18.
And so immediately he just goes up and does it again, because why not, right? At that point, it's reverse conditioning, is that you condition your opponent to think that they have a really powerful tool, and if you don't punish it, then it's true. So, you know, going back to character select, I don't know. You are running out of time at this point. It's 6-1. So Exander already more than halfway there.
I believe someone is at the door.
Uh-oh, okay.
Go answer that. Okay.
So yeah, we'll see what Olcadan has decided needs to have happen. He's gone through a litany of characters. Setsuko only got a brief chance at it. Maybe he'll want to try and go back to his main. But overall, the kinds of, the more you bounce around with your characters, it becomes a little bit more difficult to shore up these kinds of punishes, right? Because if you don't feel confident with the punish with one character, I'm not entirely sure that you're going to feel all that great with it for another character. Who did Olcadan play with so far? So we started with Grow. In fact, they actually started on this exact same stage in this exact same matchup. He played one game with Setsuko. It didn't really pan out, and then he just played a handful of games with Zas, which had obviously varying degrees of success. All right, so we're just gonna go with the Storms Coming over and over again. All right, so it looks like we have chosen the path of absurdity. He's not gonna get the wall bounce here, but still have to be worried about. Okay, there it is. Ooh, nice piece like hay. There it is. Okay, so he just needs those Avenger situations to just be a lot more successful for him. As long as he's able to, like, continue that pressure, yeah, it's not going to work, like, that heavily. But he got some, you know, Avenger A plus B kind of stuff going on in the first set of games. So he could continue to do something like that. Oh man, his whiff punishes are just delayed to just enough of a degree to where they're just being so unsuccessful, costing him some meter on top of it too. It's supposed to be a 2K, I presume, to try and beat out the 4-4K. Oof. So yeah, OlcadansWrath is getting a little bit jumpy now. He's just immediately going into Duck into Wall Rising B stuff, which I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Grow Wall Rising B. I think stuff like Wall Rising A is significantly better. Okay. You have to be comfortable with the fact that Exander's going to try and slow this down. Yeah, again, I just feel like this whole stepping on wake-up thing is just killing him, and that just takes away the entirety of his life lead so far. Yeah, 6 AA, beating out the Duck off of the threat of the Avenger A. Ooh, there it is. This is the thing that Linkhorst was telling me about, is that one of the best ways to deal with constant step ducking when you're in Avenger is a delayed Avenger B. It'll continue to track the sidestep, which could potentially pay out dividends for OlcadansWrath. This is really the first time that I feel like we're not just seeing OlcadansWrath just somewhat keep up with Exander. Instead, he's like charging forward, which I appreciate. Nice punish. Fantastic punish. Ooh, doesn't get the wall rising punishment. A plus B, a little bit ambitious there. Decides to completely back up. Interesting. I wonder if he's going to try to like play a super lame type game, which is definitely the way to go in my opinion, but you don't want to give your Cervantes opponent something like that. You can kill with like 2 right guesses on a soul charge from Grow. Ooh, so scary. Wow, the wall rising K beats the follow-up there, huh? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, OlcadansWrath, I think, needs to play a little bit more solidly with his soul charge. Go for the stuff that doesn't necessarily have...
looks like
yeah, overall, so we're in the exact same position that we were in at the beginning of the game, but OlcadansWrath is playing it significantly more aggressively, getting certain levels of Avenger pressure that he wasn't getting before. I just really hope that he doesn't get too overzealous.
Oh, there it is! Finally likes to go for the Black Gambit with punches instead of the CE, and
he got it once before. It really kind of sucks. I really hope OlcadansWrath doesn't get discouraged, because I definitely feel like what he's doing now is the way to go, as opposed to jumping from character to character. Whew. Oh, super scary. You can duck that third one. Yeah, see, like, he relies too heavily on 2A plus B. For the most part, you may have missed it, but Exander was on the back foot dealing with OlcadansWrath's Soul Charge, and he tried to do like 4 KA follow-ups. He tried doing 2A plus B a whole bunch, and he was being headed off at the pass every time. I kind of wish he would just go with some more solid type stuff.
Right.
Oh god, that would have been so scary.
Okay. Yeah. Well, 1K, not a movie you see used very often.
Yeah. I like
good.
1K.
Yeah, it's his only reliable tech. Well, now that he has a Black Gambit, that's not true anymore, but it's one of his 2 reliable tech crouches.
Meterless.
Yeah.
Ooh, 2-2B out of nowhere. Ooh, nice!
I caught a sidestep. Yeah, very nice. Punish closing out with a 3K.
One thing I really liked that OlcadansWrath was doing before was once he was getting used to the step duck from Exander by going into delayed Avenger B, like going into Avenger and then delaying the B to try and like track, which I think is a very successful thing if he continues.
Yes, I agree. I think Gro's like best step duck catcher is actually delayed Avenger B, right? Yeah. That's the only safe way to do it. Like, you don't want to use like Avenger B versus like something like Siegfried or something, right? I mean, it's good, right? But in some matchups, like Avenger B is just way better. Okay, Vana's starting to punish these Survey 3Bs. Something that's not gonna work again. Yeah,
I really wish these would stop. I mean, kind of what I said before when the stream first started. This is as close to offline as we can get, but man, even offline, that's a very difficult thing to get. 6-6K whiff punish on Cervantes and get an I-16 CE? I don't know, man.
Yeah, Cervantes' pokes that he wants to use, like, the close out there are really hard to whiff punish.
Yeah.
Like 3K, 6-6K, yeah.
Even
like
offline.
Away, whatever he wants to do. Yeah, even offline. Like, I don't think he consistently, like, 6-6K, man.
Yeah.
That was, like, impossible whiff punish. Not even, like, with I-10s can you do it sometimes.
Yeah. Honestly,
yeah.
The kind of punishes that I would be looking for would just be something that's a little bit less risky, and just go with like a BB, because I really love Gro's BB. That's going to be a huge amount of damage.
Yeah, I think he has one of the best BBs in the game, the best single B in the game.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, gigantically long.
+6, okay, +4. And
yeah, he's definitely been playing it a lot more aggressively. And I feel like it's working. It's just that he needs to be able to taper it with some level of cautiousness once the match is about to be ended. Like, especially when it gets to like low life. Eventually, Exander just comes up with just a particularly correct guess, and then he falls apart. Plus, Exander getting a ton of damage off of these this wall pressure. Doesn't want to get up into the unbreakable grab.
Just runs up and 1AKs him. There's that step duck we were talking about.
Oh my god, that hit rolled.
Yeah.
OlcadansWrath playing very scared right now.
Yeah. Good adaptation. Like, he was like trying to close out rounds like a little bit like too often, right? And you just get CE'd for his trouble. So I like that he's being more cautious at the end of the round.
Kind of wish he didn't spend this bar here, but okay, he ends up getting it.
Excellent punish, yeah.
So that's going to be, what is it, 1.5 bars to literally nothing? Good luck!
Yeah, he would have to land a reversal edge or like a leaflet or two if he wants a bar.
Very scary to go with a reversal edge against Cervantes, but
yeah, it's like almost impossible, right? Like always
that coupled with the punish that you're going to get if you're wrong.
Yeah.
There it is, that BB, to beat some of these ducks. Yeah, you just go with like a traditional kind of style, BB and grab, you know? Shoutouts to Ramon, Money Muffins.
Gro's poking is amazing,
yeah.
Right? Like, he has AA, he has 6AA, he has BB. A lot of solid tools if you just want to poke at your opponent.
And you can get the initiative back from Cervantes in that way. A6. Move we haven't seen before. Exander trying to go for the pushback. No! What? Oh!
No!
Oh, man, oh, man.
Yeah, can't roll there, unfortunately. There's a force walk. There's many force walks, actually, after a 6-speed. OP is, like, a lot better than you'd think it would be.
Yeah, I think that's something that's really kind of killing him, is that OlcadansWrath is trying to roll away from some of this stuff, and things like 3B and 2A plus B are just killing him. He's not even going for the K2 with what we were talking about before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like Exander is definitely, I think, playing better, taking less risks, but I believe that the score that we have in terms of the actual full games does not really dictate how close a lot of these games have been. I think it's been less of a wash than what we're seeing, as long as OlcadansWrath has been playing Grow.
Yeah, it's a lot closer than you'd think. Like, it'll be like 2 rounds each, and then, like, Exander will make, like, 1 read or something, right? And then he'll win. And it happened, like, for, like, quite a few games, maybe, like, 4 or 5 games. It'd be very close, and Exander would just clutch it out, right?
Of course, that being said, OlcadansWrath has won 1 game, and it was not with Grow, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm dead wrong about how this works. But notice how he's, like, peppering in so many of these tiny lows now, and the kind of ducking that, I guess OlcadansWrath is expecting from Exander is just not happening.
Very nice sidestep on the A plus B. It looked like that was on reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. +2. Very nice sidestep. Finally gets a CE punish. Something we haven't seen.
I kind of wish that didn't work, because I feel like that's going to give him the positive reinforcement of, like, no, see, I can do this. I should do this more often. And I'm like, no, don't go for it so much. Like, I just don't know about it, dude.
Something perhaps I would like to see is, like, maybe soul attack with punishes, right? Like,
ooh, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, you want to spend your meter because your opponent whiffed, right? Just soul attack. Like, if it
that way, at least if you're wrong, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're plus, right? Gross soul attack is plus into Avenger. Yeah, you're either plus or, like, it hits, and you're really plus, and you still get decent damage.
Very solid round from Exander. Didn't have to spend any resources whatsoever. Ooh,
that's just going to be important, because now he has 2 bars to mount, like, a comeback, right? Like, you can soul charge here, you can soul charge again, and you can probably soul charge a 3rd time in the last round. Okay, goes for the force block.
Wow, that was
very nice step duck.
Ooh, he just got the gunshot lethal hit. Is he going to use it? Probably not.
Probably not going to use it here. Yeah.
Oh, he just gets a wall bounce instead.
He gets a rare B2 wall spot. You almost never see that.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I have not seen that since Soul Calibur 5, I think.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Alright, OlcadansWrath going for a super duper ambitious kind of thing. It didn't end up happening, but hey, 2 bars to 1, and with Grow Soul Charge, that's a pretty big difference.
Yeah, I kind of want to just see a run-up Soul Charge immediately, right?
I know, right? Yeah, there we go.
Yep, there it is. Exactly what I wanted
Shades of Spectre Child immediately go, like, after getting, like, 1, like, you know, low into a Soul Charge.
2K Soul Charge, yeah. 2K Soul Charge is the
Spectre
Child. Whoa! Oh, it'd be so much damage.
What a bait!
After B plus K.
3B, I don't know so much. Wow, he punished the 3B in Survey Soul Charge.
Okay, plus 10. Okay, pretty nice. Wow.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of damage.
Okay, OlcadansWrath has to spend meter, like, immediately. That actually didn't do as much damage as I thought it was going to do, but still a gigantic amount.
I kind of want to see him spend meter before Survey can soul charge.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, right there.
There we go.
Dead to a knockdown. Going for the mix.
Nice.
Right,
yes.
There it is.
And this goes to, like, what I think you were just talking about, and something that I constantly talk about nowadays with regards to Soul Charge meter, is that not only am I a big fan of using Soul Charge and meter aggressively, but being able to spend Soul Charge when your opponent can't spend it back, I think is a very underrated strategy. Being able to just have your character in his buff mode when the opponent has no burst to try and mitigate it, just has to eat it, it's a big deal.
Yep. I really think Soul Charge is like a mechanic you want to use to snowball around rather than, like, to mount comeback.
Yes.
Like, sure, you can make a comeback, but, like, it's still not likely, and you're still investing a bar meter. Why not invest, like, a bar meter when you have a life lead, right? And just close out the round.
Not to mention,
right? Chip damage, mix up.
Yeah, I feel like not to mention even people who who are aware, like when you spend Soul Charge when you need to make a comeback, you make it kind of obvious as to what you're trying to do, where you're trying to activate like God Gamer mode and just make like 2 or 3 right guesses with something explosive. And good players have the ability to mitigate those kinds of risks, putting themselves in the air, putting themselves on the ground, just to like waste time and eat a little bit of damage but not die.
Right. There's also the consideration, like, when you soul charge with, like, a life deficit, you know, your opponent could still soul charge back, right?
Yeah.
And just be as strong as you, right? So it's like,
Like the millisecond, and then you have to, like, make a read on an RI, which even if you make it, it's not like it gives you anything guaranteed. So this would be a situation where I had to be in Okadanswrath's position, I would 100% spend soul charge immediately.
Yeah. You almost have 2 soul charges,
Like, you could soul attack right away. Ah, that's too bad. But, like, this is one of those situations where you could literally make this round go away in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, for example, like, after that Grow 3B, like, his soul attack is a force block, right? And it's plus on block, so you could, like, 3B, 4-4 Beeple soul attack into pressure, and just, like, quickly close out the round, right?
Still ends up spending it when Exander can't soul charge back. I appreciate it. Nice, and that's gonna not do... Oh, that was so risky.
That was so risky.
Oh. Why would he do that again? Every time BBB on block has happened.
A little bit too impatient, I think, at the end of round.
Exander has annihilated him for every triple B on block. Oh, God, so scary. Now, is Exander going to be able to win this round whilst not spending the bar? That's a good step in the right direction.
The special sidestep, like, to delay his timing.
Whoa!
Yeah, you can't tech there, and he's gonna get the lethal. I don't think he's gonna spend it here. This
scaling is too huge.
Yeah.
Alright, at this point, if I'm OlcadansWrath, yeah, okay. So, again, we're seeing a lot of those situations where Exander is putting himself at majorly negative on block, but OlcadansWrath isn't doing any much about it.
Lightning flash.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be soul charges versus soul charges. Multiple from both. Ooh, okay.
Oh, this is Parsec, we block those.
Yeah, dude. Well, one of us does. Heyo. One of them is significantly more real than the other. Oh, no! I kind of wish there was a bit of a... For, like, full screen, dude.
Like the 10th 1AK in the set. And that's gonna close it
out.
Alright. 100K, even better than Soul Charge, does, like, 80 damage,
So, one thing that we haven't seen OlcadansWrath do that I really wish he was doing is 1 AK and Soul Charge into 1 AK. I really feel like the second one would work.
Exander has been getting up and blocking, right? So...
Yeah, he's like getting up, blocking, and then when that doesn't necessarily do anything, he slightly sidesteps. Both of which lose to 1 AK.
I like, honestly, like, usually I don't like when a Grow doesn't use 1A slide B because that move's so good, but I like that he's not using it, strictly because 1A
they haven't been blocked
every single time. Yeah, so just keep doing it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Don't fix what's still working. And I mean, we still have a huge way to go. Exander needs to win 2 games to OlcadansWrath's 7. So, he's getting somewhere, but it took him a long time with a lot of characters to get there. This is leading me to believe that I kind of wish OlcadansWrath had just stuck with the exact same situation the whole time.
Exactly. Maybe we could have seen this, like, come back, like, a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
right?
Instead of it being 8-1, it could have been, like, 4-1. And then he would be tied at this point. Ooh, scary. Yeah, these in these kinds of situations with these tiny pokes, Grow is definitely the winner. It's just that you have to be worried about this. Yeah. Nice block. All right, both players dead to something relatively minuscule. OlcadansWrath's gonna need like 2 pokes.
I'm not against the idea of soul charging here as Grow.
Yeah.
Because his soul charge heals, right? So it puts you out of like 2K range, right? So.
If we are gonna seriously see 10 games of this, like my god, dude,
21 AKs, average like 2 a game,
literally never changes. 1AB never sees the light of day.
Yeah, because 1AK literally works every time. Okay.
Yeah,
there it is. The delayed Avenger B to catch a step down.
Yeah, pretty huge deal. I mean, we're seeing. Oh wow!
Oh, can you get the lethal hit? Not something you see very often. The combo drops and Grow attacks the other direction.
Jeez.
What is going on?
I expect that from Grow 66BB, but from B. Gee whiz!
The patch 1 Grow reappearing.
Oh man, nice whip punish, catching the sidestep.
Cannot step that there. That is +8.
Yeah. Fully charged, Shades of Icy Chains. I like this because it's going to potentially make Exander use his bar, and then he'll have no resources for the next round. Oh no! Now what are you going to do, OlcadansWrath? Your entire strategy has come crumbling down.
The next time he full charges.
Nah, do it again. Do 1AK again. He needs to block it and punish it at least 4 times in order for me to think this condition.
Grab him! Okay. Oh
no!
No! Grab him the 5th time.
You got too antsy. You got too antsy, man. But that's gonna be Exander's gonna potentially have 1 bar for the last round. OlcadansWrath is almost definitely gonna have 2. This is again a situation where I think that OlcadansWrath is just immediately soul charge, like the millisecond he has the opportunity.
Right before Exander can soul charge back and just maybe do like some teleport shenanigans or something. Oh, you don't want to mash there. Okay.
Oh man, he got the gunshot lethal hit too. That gunshot lethal hit plus the fact that Exander has a bar now means that he's like kind of dead to like 2 hits.
Definitely in the driver's seat now. Yeah.
Nice duck. Ooh, that wasn't what he wanted.
Okay.
Okay.
I like this soul charge.
He still has a. Whoa! It's so scary.
Plus 10. Gonna hit him out of the tech crouch. Okay.
Man, using 3A plus B into 3A plus B is so scary right now.
I would definitely just chill and like poke until I.
Yeah, I would try to like. Ooh, so scary. Oh no! Why?
That might be the round. Okay, no.
Soul charge? No, the roll. Yeah, he tried to like stay on the ground again. Again, he's so scared of the unbreakable grab that he is just allowing so much damage to happen when he's rolling. But again, that's like the 15th time BBB has happened on block. Yeah, it has never been successful.
It's too risky for like no reward.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna kill. Yeah, I don't know. Nice punish. Okay. Nice punish.
Better punish that time.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Shades of Season 1. Ooh, somebody's getting, like, into themselves. Oh, no. Okay, he's getting a huge amount of damage here. He has a bar if he wants to use it.
Yeah, you have to block that string, okay, and gonna break the throw. Clutch throw break. He just 1-A's him. Oh, just straight into the ace like he doesn't block it. That's gonna close that round.
Both players playing at like this spacing that's like 15 character lengths away. It's like something that both of them are incredibly good at. Oh my god, this is why I was saying that 3A plus B into stuff is so scary in that situation. He's gonna spend Soul Charge. Exander can spend it back, but you know, he hasn't really been doing that all that often. He's been saving it. Confident that he can just waste OlcadansWrath's Soul Charge time. Alright, well, there's the 1AK.
With the 50th 1AK of the set. A lot of delay 2 equal speeds.
Yeah. Gets the throw. Exander has 2 bars. Yep.
Yo! Samurai is in the house!
You're probably going to see an A6B at some point.
Yeah. Ooh, that 2B. Very inventive. I like that.
Okay. Gonna close it out with a 2K.
This is BB. Very, very scary.
What a...
Yeah, he's been doing so many... Again, we haven't seen 1A side B come out at all. I feel like now is the time where you could potentially see it. I think it's just the fact that OlcadansWrath is spacing it so optimally that Exander's not really... Because he's not using it almost like a mix. He's using it as like a spacing tool.
Yeah, not only that, but Cervantes' minus 16 crouch punishment. Okay, that's going to close out the round. Is kind of bad. That's one of his weaknesses. He does not have a good I-16 punisher from crouch, right?
Yeah.
I-12 is a great one. I-18 is a great one, but I-16, I mean, it just is waters in case still. So. Okay, just gonna lightning slash him. So much damage. Look at that damage.
Yeah, that was gigantic.
Yeah, really good.
He keeps getting caught out of the air. I'm sure Exander's not particularly happy with that as his whip punish. Still has a little bit of soul charge time. It's important to note this is match point for Exander right now. That grab had no range on it whatsoever. This isn't going to kill. It's going to come very close. Dead to one hit.
Something that has been a thing ever since Soul Calibur 5. For whatever reason, Cervantes is obnoxiously hard to grab. I think it's because of the way he stands in neutral.
Yeah,
like
his leg just kind of like pushes
a lot
forward.
of grabs that normally hit, just don't work against
Yeah,
Cervantes.
shoutouts to Ezio BB Brave Edge back in
Oh,
SC5.
yeah, just whiffing on him, yeah.
It's the reason why I stopped playing the character. Okay, double soul charge. We almost have a soul charge for Grow. Wow, ballsy A.
I kind of want to just see the soul charge right here.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Never mind.
Just waiting for it. All right, that's 9-4. Alright, so I guess we're gonna just be... It's just gonna be ride or die in... Oh, never mind. I was about to say ride or die in the,
Oh, we're gonna
interesting.
hold the switch. Okay.
I mean, he has time. Maybe he
not-
wants to, like, try it out. But, interesting choice when you're one game away from winning. Actually, you know what? This does kind of make sense, because he could just overwhelm his opponent with a bunch of stuff that he doesn't know, and he's not gonna have the time to adapt.
Right. He also has like 5 matches to work with.
Yeah,
Like if
he's
this doesn't
plenty of
work out,
time.
he can try it maybe one more match, and then he has like 3 more matches potentially, like with Cervantes or something, right? So.
Ooh, nice punish. Yeah, so now we are talking about a character that is not as heavily damaging, although still pretty heavily damaging. Oh, no punish on the Hell Sweep. Gee
No,
whiz.
that is like minus 7,000.
Guaranteed 3B.
Billion. Yeah, like you should at least 3E punish that. Right?
Yeah. Boy howdy. But, yeah, we're talking about a character that's significantly safer, significantly better movement, not as much damage necessarily, and a little bit trickier to play due to charge moves.
Yeah, and probably the best containment in the game,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah. Now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, the second hit doesn't even hit. Wall Rising B. A little bit ambitious. Sword and Spear Regalia's up. He's got a Hell Sweep. He's got string. You know what? I bet it's going to be one of those random Hilda
It's gonna
strings.
be,
I
yeah.
knew that's what he tried to do, and he still has a chance with the sword one, too.
It could just be.
I knew it! Oh, god damn it!
Charge A6. Oh, very nice punish. And
I'm really mad that it didn't work because I looked like a genius. Because it 100% was exactly what I thought it was going to be. It was just like, okay, I wasn't right on this one string. I'll just try to do this other string.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the sword. Sorry, I'm gonna use the spear string and then the sword string.
Important for Exander to note that OlcadansWrath did effectively just luck out with regards to the sword regalia. He could try it again and it'll work.
Very nice punish, I think.
Ooh,
That is
speaking of good
optimal. Good
punishes.
work. Yeah. Felt a lot worse on whip than Cervantes, so you're gonna find those CE punishes a lot more often.
I appreciate the fact that OlcadansWrath, both against Cervantes and Hilda, has not been using things like 6xA and 6xB all that often, because the auto sidestep is just frankly pretty useless against those kinds of characters.
Exactly. Those characters like have way too good horizontals to consistently challenge them with 6xA and 6xB, right?
Yeah.
That being said, you can still use 6xB as like a mix-up tool.
A
but
pressure
not as
tool?
much as or like a roll catch or something, but not as much with the evade, right?
Yeah. Not defensively, aggressively. Alright, tons of bar, strings galore. That's gonna be it. Except
That's gonna close out the round, I
Yeah, okay.
think. Yeah.
I just kind of assumed. I don't know.
Yeah,
Alright.
so that was a change they gave her last patch, right? Her BK.
Oh!
That's gonna leave. Oh, just a little bit late on that. Minus 12, but man, that is really tricky to punish.
Fantastic punch with the soul attack. A little bit of spaghetti going on!
There it is.
Alright, well, if Exander loses this, you know why. No, is he out? No, he's not.
You said 1AK into 1AK is gonna work, and every single time Exander has gotten up
Yeah.
blocking, right? So I think it would have worked every time. Okay.
Watch out for that
So he's
1AK.
probably gonna look at for CE punch.
Look out for
here.
that
Like,
1AK
you can
though.
tell He's looking for
Yeah.
the CE. Okay,
Yeah.
he gets hit, and he's like, all right, it's not worth it. I want to give my opponent more soul charge. Yeah,
Is that it? That
Going
is
for
it.
it.
Oof. And
Going
that
for
is
it.
going to do it. Exander pulling out the Hilda. Exander knows what he needs to practice for the next time he plays against Grow. OlcadansWrath, I really feel like, honestly, everything was relatively fine. His whiff punishes were not exactly what he wanted. He lost a lot of meter on those kinds of situations. But overall, I kind of wish that he just didn't switch characters so often. You know, that's I think that's the main thing.